Hey guys, so Billy Joel hit me up, and this one's quite the philosopher. Um, I actually think this one's an experienced scammer to a certain degree, but yeah, in the end, I just got sick of him and he got frustrated. So Billy Joel says, "Hey, gorgeous, how you doing today?" Smiley face. Seeing your kind and lovely comments on my verified page gives me so much joy. Seeing my hard work, consistency, and dedication being appreciated is a great privilege to my reputation. I said, "That's nice. How you doing? Why has this profile got so many followers but zero posts?" "I'm doing fine," he says. "How about you?" And around the profile, "I decided to make this a very confidential account because of the high number of imposters and trolls. I don't want more impersonators. I hope you understand this," he informs me. I said, "I have no control of the imposters, unfortunately, so you do what feels right to you. It still doesn't explain the follow account and the zero posts, though." So he had over 1,000 followers, but no posts. "Thank you for understanding," he said. "I understand so well how much these imposters have made most of my faraway fans lose control interest in trying to contacting me because it's difficult to know if you are communicating with a genuine Billy Joel." Sorry, that was hard to read through. "I have been receiving so many follow requests, but I don't intend on accepting any request. Like I said, my privacy matter most to me." I said, "Yes, yes, it is. So until it is made clear everyone is an imposter to me, I'm sure you understand." Right? And that's just around how it's very, very difficult to tell who's fake and whatever, the high imposter count. I said, "But you have a huge follow amount." "I sincerely do understand," he said. I said, "Over 1,000, I continued. "Yes," he said. And then I pointed up to where he said, "I have been receiving so many follow requests, but I don't intend accepting any." "I have got my reasons of not accepting any follow, and I don't intend of doing so," he said. "I have learnt the way not to easily trust anyone on the internet." I said, "That's my point, though. You must have accepted at least 1,000 of them." Right? I said, "Oh, and I don't trust anyone. There are media personalities also looking for any possible way to tarnish my image." So fake, Billy Joel. And then around me not trusting anyone, "You shouldn't actually," he informs me. Because that's a tactic. This way I'm more likely to trust him, apparently. Nah. And I said, "Who?" Meaning around media personalities out to get him. I said, "There's been nothing in the media." And around not trusting, I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I trust nobody unless I've spoken with them or met them." "I don't care to know," he said around the media. "I just have to be careful." "And good for you," he said when I said I don't trust anyone and everyone's a fake. I said, "Yes. Even those I have met or spoken with still doesn't give me a reason to trust them. Trust is a short word, but yet very vital and weighs so much." I said, "Oh, yes, I agree 100%. Very profound and not at all ironic of you." Which went completely over his head, and he comes back with, "Thank you." Agreed or not, every of our actions will definitely have its consequences, either positively or negatively. Then we should be cautious with every decision. My decisions of trust are most taken of high considerations. Sorry. I just said Newton's third law. And he went away and he Googled that. "That's brilliant of you," he says. "Every action has an equal reaction. Simply put." I said, "No, it's basic. People learn that at primary school." "Basic, I agree. What makes it brilliant is few persons Educated and elites, in brackets, know when to apply such things to real life conditions. I don't know if you agree with this, question mark. I don't argue with you, he said. I said, no, I don't agree with it. I think even if the scientific name and concept isn't known, the basic concept is understood by toddlers, meaning everyone knows, consequence and action. And him not arguing with me, I said, that's good, because this whole conversation has been nonsense up until this point. Okay, if you say so, says our fake Billy Joel. So pardon me, who are you? I said, you messaged me, remember? Who are you, LOL? Of course, yes, he said. I'm Billy Joel. I asked my manager to go through my comments and provide those he think are my devoted fans. I meant to have a personal with few of them and show appreciations. Your communication skills, smartness, I think makes me want to know more about you. If you are not okay with it, I think I shouldn't have asked. And at that point I just went, asked what? Sorry? And he goes, who you are? And I said, oh, it just seemed a rather random and broad question. You don't seem to understand me most of the time, or you don't feel like having a communication. I may never get the whole of this time again. Busy schedules. Laughing emoji. I said, my first instinct is to say human, LOL. And around his time, I said, I have no idea what you're asking. Speak plainly, I don't like riddles. Now I understand. And I said, oh, don't. Your choice. I'd given up by this point. Okay, he said. I said, floral ramblings are pointless. I can make it clearer, he said. What is your name and where are you from? I said, that's better. Better than who are you? I'm Julia and I'm in Australia. Wow, Australia is a nice place. I was at the Stone Music Festival in Sydney. Also had a harbour cruise with my family last year. I like there in Australia. I would be glad if any schedule bring me over there again. This is why I think he's actually mildly experienced. This man did some Googling. I said, yes, it's quite lovely. I'm not sure if your schedule shows anything apart from North America in 2023-24, but we can live in hope, I guess. Yes, plans and schedules are bound to change at any time. Life happens, our fake Billy Joel profoundly professes. How is life over there in Australia? And the economy. So he's basically trying to find out how my life is and how my financial situation is. I said, life is the same as everywhere else. The economy, I don't know. Interest rates are up. Housing shortage and cost of living has risen. Is that the kind of thing you want to know? Yes, you are very correct and precise with what I wanted to hear. You must be good of a good economist. Laughing emoji. I said, how's the American economy? At this point, I was just flabbergasted that this conversation was going on. Like you wrote, it's actually the same everywhere, he says. Over here in the States, although there are some benefits allocated to citizens, life still has been its best. I have just been doing my best to make sure I can give back to the people and also be there for my family. I said, Australia actually has much better benefits than America with free healthcare. Being a celebrity does not at times exclude you from what affects the society, he tells me. I said, oh, of course not. You still need to pay for taxes and cost of living. Yes, I heard that from an Aussie friend during my short time of stay, he said, around our free healthcare. And yes, he agrees with paying taxes. I said, yes, socialized medicine is the only way, but Americans seem to equate that with socialism. Falsely. I want to interject to any American listeners. My apologies, I was just baiting the guy, but yes, our healthcare's better. I was born and raised within the shores, our fake Billy Joel tells me. I know what the actual life is in the States. I struggled my way through my youths. I wanted to be a great person. I had love and respect for everyone. My dreams was always my first focus, said our scamming West African. I said, okay, then you're aware that American living standards in many areas are compared to some of the worst third world countries. It's good you want to give back. There is actually benefits allocated to disabled Americans, said our very astounded and starstruck West African. I said, yes, the same as every developed nation. However, Americans consistently rank low on every index. They don't even offer maternity leave. Even Ethiopia offers paid maternity. I won't be sentimental, says our unsentimental scammer. USA has never been the same. Life is changing. We must choose how we allow its changes affects us. I got a choice to make as well as I believe other persons do. He adds nonsensically. I said, what choice is that? You are right. I hope the best for my country, he says around Americans and the Americans, failing on every index. And around, maternity leave, exactly how love and good services should be provided to the citizens, he says. Who is your incumbent president? Sorry. I said, we don't have a president in Australia. Don't you know that? It's general knowledge. So, of course, he went and Googled, and this is where things went downhill. Of course I know, he said. I wanted to see your response. You got a prime minister and not a president, the scammer informs me. And I said, why? Around wanting to see my response. I said, that's super sketchy and I don't like games. And us having a prime minister and not a president, I said, yes, isn't Google marvellous? Which went right over his head. He said, some liars would easily say a president. And at this point, this whole conversation had just annoyed the hell out of me. And around it being sketchy, and he goes, okay. I said, excuse me? WTF are you playing at? And then I pointed up to him saying some liars would say president. I said, I don't like games. You're an unpleasant man, aren't you? Calm down, he says. I mean to insult you. And then realizing what he'd said, I don't mean to insult you. And around being unpleasant, no, I'm not. Don't you like jokes? And then I turned around and repointed again around. Of course, I wanted to see your response. I said, that's messed up. Effed up. Sorry about that, he said. I said, it's not a joke. Now I'm really thinking Billy Joel, a man in his 70s, would not speak to a lady like this. Are you 19? He goes, oh. What do you mean? I said, you're acting like a 19-year-old frat boy. That's rude from you, he said. I said, so you're the only one allowed to be rude. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. I don't think that's the last we're going to see of this muppet. But that whole conversation was just mental, just insane. I think he's going to be back. But that is our, scammer who waxes philosophical and knows all about the economy. So there you go. Bye.